On Wednesday of this week, the FAA experienced a computer outage that grounded damn near every single flight in the United States for several hours, once again causing more chaos across America's airports. Later that evening, Donald Trump Jr. made another one of his frantic, constant hand-moving videos where he attacked Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg by suggesting that the only reason Buttigieg is our transportation secretary is, of course, because he's gay. That, as Trump Jr. implied, is the only qualification that mattered to the Democrats. Here is what Jr. had to say. This is a blow to people who get really important jobs with no experience to basically check off some identity politics boxes, folks. Mayor Pete, mayor of the small town in Indiana, he's a gay American, so he should just run for president, and we're going to get behind it. And guess what? When you don't get that, if you get in line with the Democrat Party, we will give you a major cabinet position where it doesn't really matter. Because equality means of opportunity, not of outcome. In the age of equity, there seems to be some scary stuff going on at the FAA. Guess what? When you are 36,000 feet in the air, maybe you just want a competent person there, not someone who checked the box like, to me, Mayor Pete did. So the only thing you brought up about him was that he was gay, and then you mentioned that, he's checking the boxes for the social justice warriors, basically. So, you think Buttigieg only got that job because he's a gay American and a Democrat. Now listen, you can criticize Pete Buttigieg all day long if you want. You can talk about where his administration has failed. But if you're going to sit there and go for that low-hanging fruit trying to say like, oh, he's just got the job because he's gay, then you've already lost the argument. Because believe it or not, there's actually good arguments to be made that, yeah, Buttigieg is in over his head. We have seen disaster after disaster in this country with regard to things controlled by the transportation office in just the last 12 months. The rail workers' strike that basically this administration screwed up royally by siding with the train station. The supply chain shortages. The Southwest airline debacle. This FAA failure this week. Yeah, there's a lot of failures at this administration with the transportation department, and they haven't been handled well at all. And Pete Buttigieg is in charge, and he doesn't seem to have solutions to these problems. Sure. But he was not put in that position because he is a gay man. And for Trump Jr. to even suggest that is disgustingly bigoted. You want to talk about people that aren't qualified to have the positions that they're in? Donald Trump Jr.? Like literally, I don't even have to go into details. You are Donald Trump Jr., and you have the audacity to say that there's people in this country that are in positions they don't deserve. They're just in it because of their name, because they checked a couple boxes. Gee, I wonder how many boxes you checked to be in the position to be running the entire Trump organization. Huh? Are you actually qualified to do it? Might there be somebody in this country who's better at it? I'm sure there is. But you got the job not just because you're a Nepo baby, but because you checked a couple of boxes yourself. You're not qualified for that position. You were born into it. And that, of course, is why you also bear your father's name, to make sure that your life would be as easy as possible, that you never really had to put forth effort, that you never really had to be qualified. We get unqualified people in cabinet positions all the time, folks. Look back at the Trump administration. Betsy DeVos and her conflicts of interest. She should never been in charge of the education department. Ben Carson, Dr. Ben Carson in charge of housing and urban development. That was idiotic. Trump put coal lobbyists in charge of the EPA. We have had people from the pharmaceutical industry during the Bush administration running the FDA. Buttigieg got the job because he was an up-and-comer in the Democratic Party, not because he's gay. He got it because the party does want to elevate him, They looked at his resume, thought, you know what, we think he can do this. I personally think it was a mistake looking back on it now. I mean, you can't look at all the failures from the transportation department and say that, hey, this guy's been a huge success. He hasn't been. I'm sorry, look at the record. It speaks for itself. So if you want to attack him on the record. Debate people on that. But if you want to go to that stupid argument that, oh, he's only there because he's gay, then not only does it show that you don't know how to debate or prove a point, but it also shows that you're just a giant bigot at heart. I know what a lot of you out there are thinking. You're thinking, wouldn't it be amazing if you could wear the Ring of Fire logo across your chest? Well, now you can. Just head on over to our Teespring page to find some awesome merch we're offering for our viewers. We have more designs that are going to be added in the near future, so just follow the link in the description or take a peek at the shelf of merchandise under this video. Thanks for watching.